Oh, welcome everyone. Good evening. Good to see you all. Hello, welcome. Okay, just checking. Let's check. All right, good. You made it through the rain. Who would have thought we would have rain tonight? All right. So, who were thankful for the carport out there and got dropped off? Right? Yeah. Maybe turn to the person on your left and go, hey, how was the parking lot out there today with the rain, right? So, very good. Well, we are ecstatic about having this concert tonight. We have been talking about this for months, maybe even a couple of years from the time that Tribby opened, right? Dan's been talking to us, and man, for a time, I think there was an actual time where he was up here on the stage before the roof was on, kind of practicing a little bit for this. So we are excited. And once again, thank you for coming out to be a part of this. Interesting facts about Dan. You saw a little bit written on the program. Dan's been at Shell Point for 15 years, right? And many of us see him every day on Shell Point today, right? And just even in here in this, he spent so much time behind the scenes. I think every cable, every light, every sound thing in this room has been touched by Dan somehow or some way. And so I think he's got it all right where he wants it for tonight. And so a couple other things, we're looking forward. A couple other things we're thinking about Dan. I don't know if you know this. Dan has 2 children, a son and a daughter. He also has 2 grandchildren there. He's a pilot. He's building his own plane. How many want to ride in that plane, huh? You little. He's also an avid motorcyclist. I don't know if you know this. Obviously you know that he and Dave Nixon are pretty good friends, right? They've worked together here at Shell Point for a number of years. They went to college together. They also knew each other when they were about 5 years old. Their families were connected back in the day, and then they met again in college, and then here they are after these years here working together at Shell Point. And so it's just kind of a cool vibe for this, and for Dave and his staff to be here tonight supporting this program and recording it and be involved with it. So if you take your program out, the last little bit I want to read before we have Dan come out is this. It says, Dan's songs are based on his observations of life and the beauty he sees in it. They deal with the challenges of life, but they leave the listener with hope. And I think let's welcome Dan Filgren to the stage with it tonight. Dan?
Wow, thank you for being here. Look at all of you. This is crazy. Wow, so I have been looking forward to this for a long time, like John said. Since before this building even was out of the ground, I was thinking about this night, and it's here. So I am going to have some fun. And I hope you enjoy it too. And then I want to thank my buddy Dave and the TV crew. In fact, they're going to try to make a video out of this. And as John said, our fathers were dear, dear friends, lifelong friends. They're both gone. But my father and Dave's father modeled to me male friendship. I mean, just exactly, how guys should love each other. And it was a wonderful thing. So Dave and I are trying to do our best to get along just as well as our dads did. And we're doing pretty good so far. So let's see. Is that on now? All right. All right, so we've got a lot of moving parts here tonight. We've got some video for you. I hope you like the stuff you saw walking in. Oh, thanks. Wow. I'm going to start out with a little instrumental. The country of Ireland has a wonderful, rich tradition of Celtic folk music, and you can start the next video, Rick. There we go. I've never been there, but in my imagination, I thought it might sound a little bit like this. All right. Thank you. That was a good little way to warm up. So this is, kind of a family gathering. Again, I feel like you're all my family here. And I'm in your living room every morning on TV, so kind of in your family, I guess. So by way of family business, I just have to let you know, I don't do this every night. This isn't my living, You know I'm here working. So, but I brought out a lot of gadgets here. You see all this rigmarole down here. I got a lot of pedals and stuff, and I brought all the toys for you, okay? So I have to do like a little dance here on these pedals. It's a lot of moving parts. We're going to try to use this video, so I'm just telling you, things might get crossed up at some point. We might have to start over on something, okay? So, but we're going to do that because I think you'll find it's worth it. So I appreciate your patience. So I'm going to start out with a song that's from my family. Speaking of family, this song is about a car. It's a car that looms very large in my family's history. And it looms large when I was very small. So, like I said, a lot of moving parts here. We'll get them all together. All right, we're going to do this. So this song is about a car, and when I was a wee tyke, I loved this car. And I was just learning to talk, and I didn't really have the syntax thing down very well yet, so I'm told I called it Red Daddy's car. And my grandmother got very tickled about that, and she kept that story, that memory alive for many years, and so I remembered it because she wouldn't let us forget. So that's what this song is about. So, Rick, if you will, let's do another video. In 1957, two things came to be. One automotive icon, the other was me. Dad had a bright red four-door, his pride and joy. He cruised it down the boulevard with his toddler boy. Hooded headlights, big tail fence, double takes and big wide grins. Lots of chrome, my predilection. 50s, 57 was classic car perfection. The best of the 50s, that red Bel Air. Those big tail fins, you couldn't help but stare. One sight today leaves my mind ajar. A rolling sculpture I called Red Daddy's car. Little feet on that seat, hands gripping the wheel. Driving that red wonder, how it made me feel. I couldn't hope to reach the pedals a mile away, but my imagination knew no bounds, racing down the highway. Hooded headlights, big tail fins, double takes and big wide grins. Lots of chrome, my predilection. 57 was classic car perfection. Well, one day Dad was wooed away, a tale of woe. He wanted a V-dub, the Chevy had to go. So we stood in the yard and watched it drive away. Oh, would that I could reverse time and replay that day. Sometimes I dream that I'd have it still. The sight would make me glad. Tucked away in my garage, I'd have a piece of Dad. Instead, a tiny model sits parked upon my shelf, a symbol of connection between my father and myself. Hooded headlights, big tail fins, double takes and big wide grins. Lots of chrome, my predilection. 57 was classic car perfection. Well, 57 was quite a while ago. Many cars have come and gone, but none have filled that role. I never cared to keep one, it was never a go. But every 57 Chevy has a piece of my soul. Hooded headlights, big tail fins, double takes and big wide grins. Lots of chrome, my predilection. 57 was classic car perfection. Well, 57 was classic car perfection. All right. Okay, I want to know, how many of you had a 57 Chevy? Ooh, a bunch of 57, and I bet you wish you kept it, right? I wish my dad would have kept ours, but anyway, yeah, it's not. So we already have something not working, but I can do here. All right, well, in my family, speaking of family things, we're going to use a few different tunings tonight. That's why these guitars are here. I didn't just want to show off my guitars. We're doing different tunings, and I didn't want you to wait all night for me to tune. So, yeah, so in my house, actually with my dad and my uncles and my grandfathers, none of the men in my family on either side did sports. Okay, they didn't watch sport. There was never a ball game of any kind on the radio or the television in my house, ever. And which is fine. We had other fun things we did. But when I got to school, I had a problem because, you know, your very manhood is measured by athletic ability, of which I had none. And so, you know, I was way, way, way behind. And I never did catch up. I finally figured out, never mind about that stuff, do something that you might be able to do halfway do. So, you know, I picked up a guitar. And anyway, so I decided, and you can start the video, Rick, that I should write a song about this because it's, I'm an unusual American male. But here's a song about it. Well, sports that chase some kind of ball, I never could do it all. To run or catch, to pitch or hit, I tried but it never fit. All the national fascination left me with boredom and humiliation. Well, you ask me what is cool, it's gonna involve burning fossil fuel. Jump on and ride a bike so fine, lean into a perfect line. On the back of a roaring steed is my preferred way to take the lead. Thundering V-twin powered might, fire-breathing pipes that split the night. I like to hear a motor roar and burn up some dead dinosaur. Well, the nation loves to pass the time at Wrigley Field and Fenway, but give me a little one-prop plane lifting from a runway. I'll carve an arc across the sky, cover some ground before I die. I'll carve up a lake with a water ski, go flying by shouting flee. Now you ask me what is cool, it's gonna involve burning fossil fuel. Well, a law-abiding man I am. The only time I'm not is when it's time to open up and just see what she's got. It's such a thrill to move through space, and this is my suggestion. For fun getting from place to place, you can't beat internal combustion. Sports fans, you can define how you succeed. For me, I think I'll need my need for speed. When you ask me what is cool, it's gonna involve burning fossil fuel. Yeah, I like to hear a motor roar and burn up some dead dinosaur. Well, anybody that picked up a guitar in the 70s has the writer of this next song to probably thank for inspiration. And we lost Gordon Lightfoot just a few short weeks ago, and I was planning on doing this song of his tonight, and now I'm really, really glad I planned on it. So, and here we go, Rick. So yeah, this is one of his best-known songs. Beautiful, beautiful song. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts would tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In the castle dark, or the fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts would tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take. I walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Enter number two, a movie queen to play the scene, bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. I never thought I would act this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts would tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know, the story always ends, and And if you read between the lines, you know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that we lack. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. Well, thanks. One of my, oops, tuning, don't you know? There we go. Yeah, one of my favorite ways to get around, fossil fuels notwithstanding, is by sailboat. And we've got any sailors here tonight? I know we must have some. Yeah, okay, this is for you, my sailing friends. So this is a little song about, here we go, Rick, about a day out on the sailboat, okay? Walk down the dock and slip the lines, step aboard and slow down time, unlock the hatch, get out the cushions, set up the bimini for some shade, stow the groceries down below, and pretty soon it's time to go. The worries of the week begin to fade. Slowly putting out to sea, the rippling water beckons me. The boat begins to find her way, rolling gently on the bay. Hoist the sails, make fast the sheets, kill the noisy motor, and hear the day sail away. Now this is the sing-along part. If you want to sing along, you can. Sail away, sail away, sail away. No better way to spend a day. We're moving kind of slow, but that's the way we go. It's peaceful, don't you know, to sail away. The keel begins to feel the leverage, open a refreshing beverage, heeling gently on the breeze. The billowed sails pull us with ease, a screeching of a passing gull, and waves are lapping on the hull. Smiles are growing wider on each face. Oh, for a good long while now we've made way along this track. Throw the tiller, man the sheets to the other tack. Sort of toward our destination, or just let the wind have its way. Sail away, here we go. Sail away, sail away, sail away. No better way to spend the day. We're moving kind of slow, but that's the way we go. It's peaceful, don't you know, to sail away. Well, the sun is setting, day is spent. I really don't know where it went. Find a spot and drop the anchor, get the grub and fire up the grill. Lazy hanging on the hook and everybody loves the cook. Skies ablaze, we laugh and eat our fill. It's airy in the cockpit and cozy down below, with lots of stories told, into a verse we go. Happy hearts and heavy eyelids send us to our dreams where we lay. Sail away, one more time. Sail away, sail away, sail away. No better way to spend the day. When moving kinda slow, but that's the way we go. It's peaceful, don't you know, to sail away. down the dock and slip the lines, step aboard and slow down time. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So a number of years ago, you know, I've been married for 40 years now. Esther and I have been married 40 years, but it wasn't all bed of roses, you know, y'all know that, right? So a number of years ago, quite a few years ago now, things weren't going real great, and I was trying to figure out a way to tell her how much I loved her. Here we go, Rick. And I decided, well, maybe the best way to do that is to write a song. And this is the song I wrote. Grace and beauty, line and form, subtlety of curve and suppleness of filling, the fineness of her hair, the radiance of her smile, catching her scent, passing by. Wash in the warmth she brings to a room, the wisdom deep inside enlightens my world. Her wordless smile looks up at me as I hold my treasure in my arms, in my arms, in my arms, in my arms. Home without her is a sideways place, too cold, too quiet, too dead, too hungry. The air drains away. I hold my breath till she returns. She walks in and joy comes again. Pulled back to the surface, I inhale her presence again. Sublime and precious, and live another day, another day, another day, oh, another day. Yeah, there was actually a couple years Esther and I weren't together. We actually were divorced for 2 years and married again 16 years ago. So some of you might not have known that. I came down here a single guy, and then God had other plans. It wasn't our plans. Neither one of us had any. But one day we were together, and the time it was, we weren't expecting to be together. And God just went, bing, bing, and I looked at her and I said, we're going to get back together, aren't we? And she said, yes, we are. So we did. And anyway, that's a story for another day. But for a little bit of time, I was by myself in freelancing in Orlando. And one of my jobs was I had to get up early on every Sunday morning and get a big production truck full of gear and drive it to this big church in downtown Orlando and haul out wires and cameras and set all this stuff up and televise a big church service and then put it all back together and take it all back. It was a lot of work, and every Sunday morning, you know, it's like, man, I'm driving home from this, and I'm feeling bad, feeling sorry for myself, right? And I'm thinking, everybody else gets to, like, go out on the lake on a Sunday morning or golfing or go to church with their family or whatever it is they want to do, and I got to work, you know. So I'm just kind of griping and everything, and then I think, you know what? You got a blue passport, dude. You were born in the United States. You won the lottery, you know, and I thought, yeah. So I started kind of thinking better of my sorrowful state, and so that afternoon I wrote this song. Here we go, Rick. A brand new Jag flew past my car, made my old ride seem a bit subpar. I never had a private jet, I knew I'd never join that set. Bummed about my meager worth and the vicissitudes of birth, but then I thought of the whole earth, and I felt ashamed of thoughts of dirt. 'Cause 2 legs still walk me around, 2 ears still hear glorious sound, 2 hands can work and play guitar, a mind to think and a running car, 2 eyes can drink a sunset in and watch an eagle soar, and gaze upon a loving smile. How dare can I feel poor? An old man at the corner stuck, holding a cardboard sign. Amazing how an extra buck made that sad face shine. Forgive me, God, for feeling sans and doubting my place in your plan. So little can't and so much can. I can't deny that I'm a rich man. 'Cause 2 legs still walk me around, 2 ears still hear glorious sound, 2 hands can work and play guitar, a mind to think in a running car, 2 eyes can drink a sunset in and watch an eagle soar, and gaze upon a loving smile. How dare can I feel poor? So thank you for a sunny day, a cool breeze, and by the way, I don't need to live like a czar, and I really do like my old car. To want what I have and not have what I want is a real good place to start. But what I'd like to get and keep is a truly grateful heart. 'Cause 2 fake hips walk me around, 2 hearing aids hear glorious sound, 2 hands can work and play guitar, a mind to think and a running car, 2 eyes can drink a sunset in and watch an eagle soar, and gaze upon a loving smile. How dare can I feel poor? But a brand new Jag flew past my car. Well, it's been 7 years ago now. Something happened to me that was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, one of the very best. Most of you share this experience with me. I became a grandparent, and it seems like just yesterday. My daughter and my son-in-law were down here visiting, and they saved the trip to give us the big news and say, "Mom, Dad, we have a baby." And so, of course, you know how it is, your first grandbaby, everybody's just so crazy in love and everything, and it's so wonderful. And so, as often happens when I get real emotional about something, I have to write a song. So you can roll this one. We didn't know if it was going to be a boy or girl, so it works both ways, so whether you have a boy or a girl. What will she do? Who will he be? Will she look like you? Will he smile like me? Oh, what fun we'll have with those little smiles and squeals of joy and light in those little eyes. What a place you will fill in our family. A priceless gift to us we already see. All these wonders of God eternally, the promise of the coming of a child. Tiny hands reaching out to touch Mama's face, little feet chasing the beauty of the world. What noble plans will fill that little mind, and what boundless loves will flow from that little heart. Some of us are near the end, observing this new start, dreaming of the paths that this brand new life will chart. All these wonders we ponder in our hearts at the promise of the coming of a child. Some of us are near the end, observing this new start, dreaming of the paths that this brand new life will chart. All these wonders we ponder in our hearts at the promise of the coming of a child. The promise of the coming of a child. Thank you. So I mentioned she is 7 years old now and has a little 5-year-old brother. And if you watch closely in a song yet to be performed tonight, you'll see her. So see if you can pick her out. So, we've been through a pretty stormy period here. We had COVID, and we had Ian. A lot of people in this room and in this campus have had health struggles and all kinds of stuff. And it just happens that during this time, this stormy time, I was learning some songs, and I realized, I got 3 songs that are about storms. So I decided, that's kind of a trilogy. So I started playing them together. And so I'm going to do them for you tonight. The first one is by a guy named Pettis. My boat has drifted out to sea, don't know where I am. There are black clouds churning over me, don't know where I am. I floated far away from shore and I don't know where I am. But I can't see the lights no more, don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Well, I thought that I was homeward bound, but I don't know where I am. Now I'm in so deep that I might drown, don't know where I am. At the mercy of the wind and wave, don't know where I am. Will this endless ocean be my grave? Don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Well, the sky is huge and I'm all alone and I don't know where I am. There's not a single star to guide me home. Don't know where I am. My boat has drifted out to sea. I don't know where I am. And there are no ships to rescue me. Don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. The second one in our trilogy is actually a song by Graham Nash of Crosby, Stills & Nash. It's actually a title song of a Crosby, Stills & Nash album. But I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard it because it's one of their very later ones and no one was really listening to them anymore. But I listened, and so I learned this wonderful song. perfect for right now. Goes with our gallery show. After the Storm. After the clouds disappear, after the rainbow has come, I'm left with a song in my ear. The melody is lingering on. How come I have to explain why music is worth all the pain? After the rain washes down, after the fog burns away, will I see the sun coming around, getting closer and closer each day? And how come I have to explain why people are worth all the pain? But I just want to see the love in your eyes after the storm has passed you and gone. When you're dreaming of how it could be, doesn't work to pretend. Let me tell you what happened to me. Just to get to the end, I needed a friend. After the rainbow had gone, it's so sad losing a friend, but the memories are lingering on. And how come I have to explain why children are worth all the pain? But I just want to see the love in your eyes after the storm has passed you and gone. I just want to see the love in your eyes after the storm has passed you and gone. All right, our third song of our trilogy. Get my little thing to cooperate here. It's a song by a dear friend of several of us here. Brian Smalley is a good friend of everyone that's part of the Americana Community Association. I want to tell everybody about that. It's a wonderful group here in Fort Myers. It's been going on for over a decade. They sponsor wonderful concerts. If you like this kind of music, you want to check them out because there's lots of great artists come through. You never know it, come through Fort Myers and perform. And so Brian Smalley's one of those. He's been on our stage here. He was here for our Americana concert series this last year, and it's coming back in September. Just want to say that so I don't forget. But anyway, Brian wrote the song, it has to be the most beautiful song about palm trees ever written. A lot of Brian's songs have to do with Florida. And the metaphor for the human condition is so beautiful. You know, here in Florida, we know about palm trees getting blown over, and they grow back bent, right? But bent but beautiful. And this song's about that. And also, I just want to mention, every time I play this song now, I think of my wife, Esther, who you've met in that other song. She has been struck down with an illness. She is dizzy 24/7. That's why she would love to be here tonight, but she can't. She spends most of her time in bed. Doctors can't figure it out. Lots of specialists. It's on and on and on. But it's been 4 years and 3 months. She's been dizzy for 4 years and 3 months. So, if you're a praying person, we appreciate your prayers about that. But anyway, I always think of her when I sing this song. And you could start it over, Rick. I think we started a little early. That starting over part I mentioned earlier, it's happening right now. The storms blow them over, and they bow down on a sandless stretch of beach by a shallow sound. They lie with the ladies in waiting, jingle bell and jukebox shell gather around them rolling the swell. But the roots are deep in the stands of green, sable foxtail, royal queen. The will to live is strong, as strong as the wind. Though it takes a long time, they begin to stand again. And everyone knows the more the storms blow them over, the more beautiful they are. They reach up to the sky and fight to hold their heads up high. Look at them bending, reaching over the water. You can almost feel the longing of a sailor's daughter. The days are new, the nights are warm, and nothing can knock them down now. Another storm. And everyone knows the more the storms blow them over, the more beautiful they are. They reach up to the sky and fight to hold their heads up high. Yes, everyone knows the more the storms blow them over, the more beautiful they are. They reach into the wind, somehow they begin again. Thank you, Brian Smalley. Well, I was really loving playing that song, and I thought, I'd like to write a song that sounds like that, has that kind of a vibe, with this dad-gad tuning, different tuning, and so I decided I'm going to write a song, and a lot of my songs usually it's about something happens, or I get an idea and I write something, but I said, no, I'm just going to write a song and make it up. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no law. So I decided to make up a song, and well, it ends up there's a lot of stuff I got from my own life, since my own life is kind of the only one I got. But this song, you'll hear Brian's influence. Okay, it's unmistakable. But this song, I have to say, it's not autobiographical. Okay, now it easily might have been, but it's not. All right, Rick, let's try to do this one. And single-handed, all you sailors know, it means sail on a boat by yourself. Okay, so that's where the title comes from. Some follow a course to other ends, tend to see the world through a different lens. To one and all, he's a friendly bloke. They'll share a smile and laugh at his joke. But he's got to get away from the noise and the fray. He doesn't mean to be rude, but he needs some solitude. Here or there, the journey never ends. The sea and the sky are his only true friends. So he'll head to his boat and stay out alone, or climb to the sky and simply roam. 'Cause he's got to get away from the noise and the fray. He doesn't mean to be rude, but he needs some solitude. Some follow a course to other ends and tend to see the world through a different lens. Never could explain all the reasons why no woman could love him, though some good ones tried. He's just got to get away from the noise and the fray. He doesn't mean to be rude, but he needs some solitude. Here or there, the journey never ends. The sea and the sky are his only true friends. Put it in a box, save it on a shelf. You're not okay till you're okay by yourself. And you've got to get away from the noise and the fray. You don't mean to be rude, but you need some solitude. Thank you. Now, I'm talking about Brian Smalley a lot here, and I got one more of his songs later, but another thing about Brian, he's a good friend. He inspires me by playing songs that were written for other instruments. He plays a lot of fiddle tunes, for example. So I was listening to this song, a piano song, by Bruce Hornsby. Any Bruce Hornsby fans? You might not know who that is. But if you heard his piano playing, you would know him, okay? He's a very distinctive piano style, and I know you've heard him on the radio back in the 80s or whenever. But anyway, I decided I'm gonna try one of his songs on the guitar. And this is nice because you won't know if I play it wrong because it's totally different. All right, let's roll this one. Mandolin Rain, Bruce Hornsby. Song came and went like the times that we spent hiding out from the rain under the carnival tent. I'd laugh and she'd smile, it would last for a while. You don't know what you got till you lose it all again. Listen to the mandolin rain, listen to the music on the lake, listen to my heart break every time that she runs away. Listen to the banjo winds, sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go. A cool evening dance, listening to the bluegrass band takes the chill from the air till they play the last song. I'll do my time keeping you off my mind, but there are moments when I find I'm not feeling so strong. Oh, listen to the mandolin rain, listen to the music on the lake, listen to my heart break every time that she runs away. Oh, listen to the banjo wind, sad song drifting low. Listen to the hymn every time that she turns to go. Running down by the lake shore, she did love the sound of a summer storm. It played on the lake like a mandolin, now it's washing her away once again. Oh. The boat's steaming in, I watch the side wheels spin, and I think about her when I hear that whistle blow. can't change my mind, no. I knew all the time that she'd go, but that's a choice that I made long ago. Oh, listen to the Mandolin Rain, listen to the music on the lake, listen to my heart break every time that she runs away. Oh, listen to the banjo wind, sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go. Oh, listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go. Thank you, thank you. All right. Oops, wrong guitar. Got to change guitars before I do that. I was learning this wonderful song. Again, a Brian Smalley song for you. This is one he wrote a good while ago. You know, some of you guitar players notice they drop the little E string to a D, that they call it drop D. And this one you drop the top string to a D. I know, I never heard of it either. But it works for this song, okay? Some of Brian's friends are up here tonight. They know what this is all about. So this is a beautiful song. Again, a lot of Brian's stuff happens in Florida. This song is set in Florida. And it's a song about transformation. And then Brian was very gracious to let me play it and help me learn it. But he said, Dan, now if you're going to play this song, you have to change the lyrics at this one spot. I said, Brian, it's your song. I can't be changing it. No, you got to change the lyrics. It's the right number of syllables. It'll work. You just got to do it, okay? So, okay. So when it happens, you'll get it. All right, so this is a song about transformation, and as you think about water, it always goes downhill. I was walking through the woods. I knew I wasn't where I should be, on some stranger's property, trespassing where I knew I should not have be. The sky was turning dark, the fog was getting thick, my legs grown tired, my mind was playing tricks. I was groping through the trees, and my thirst bent me to my knees, down to water brown as tea. I asked, are you the Okie Finokie? And she said, I used to be. Saddled by the words, I quickened my pace, and I flew just like a bird blind into deep, dark space. I could find no landmarks, I got so turned around. So I stood up on a sandbar thinking the river again I'd found. But still the fear held me, I was hoping she would help me, and I fell to my knees. I asked, are you the Suwanee? And she said, I used to be. Yes, child, I used to be. And the water, she spoke to me. She said, you see, I had to change as the land became strange. There was a force coming to me. There was a current pushing through me, an unspeakable spell, an irresistible urge. And I began to swell, and I began to surge. She said, I used to be a raindrop. I used to be a stream. I was once a thunderstorm. I used to be God's dream. I was once a pool of water that quenched a dying man's thirst. I have christened newborn babies. I've been the flood when the dam burst. I have been water man has cursed. I've been water man has prayed for. It was like I woke from a dream of being chased by a wolf. I was not kneeling by a stream, no, it was a vast open gulf. The sun had burned the fog, the day became clear. I saw a family with a dog and a voice calling out I could hear, "Hey mister, we think we know you, you see." And they asked me, "Say, ain't you Danville Green?" And I said, "I used to be." Oh, I used to be. Whoa, 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 whoa. So Brian is coming back here in September, so the guy that wrote that song. So make sure you come. He's amazing. He's a Florida treasure, national treasure, really, if you ask me. So I got him back up and then down. I'm going to check this here with the main office here in Omaha, make sure it's right. Okay, main office says it's good. I mentioned the Americana Community Music Association, and there's these regular concerts, and we have a member. Her name is Carrie Ann, and she and her husband love concerts. They come to every concert and all kinds of other concerts, and they are just the most concerting people I've ever met. And so there's a website and a Facebook page you can check out about this organization. So on the Facebook page, Carrie Ann was on there one week. She says, I really want to come to the concert this weekend, but I can't come. My friend's mother passed away, and I need to go be with her. It's the next right thing to do. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's profound. The next right thing. I thought, if we would just do, what's the next right thing? Just do that. It seems like pretty simple, doesn't it? So I thought I just couldn't get it off my mind. So by the end of the night, I had another song. So here we go. Carrie Ann's friend called today, said her mother had passed away. Well, Carrie Ann jumped right on a plane, flew to her side in her time of pain. Her friend, you see, had done the same. Some years ago, down she came, she knew it sure as her own name. It was the next right thing. The next right thing is right in front of you. It's your choice what you're gonna do. Take the easy way, turn and walk away, or man up today and do the next right thing. The next right thing. Well, all around our town today, a little kindness goes a long, long way. I'd like to try. Now what do you say? I'll bet you would too. What kind of world would this be if we would look, if our eyes could see who needs a little help from me and do the next right thing? The next right thing is right right in front of you. It's your choice what you're gonna do. Take the easy way, turn and walk away, or man up today and do the next right thing. The next right thing. The next right thing. All right. So this next song opens the nostalgia portion of our evening. I don't know about you, but it's a good time of life for nostalgia. And this next song is one I wrote actually quite a long time ago, but it's a little more meaningful and apropos now, if you will, Mr. Rick. A little variety for you here. Too soon old and too late smart, my father used to say. When we're old and gray, too worn out to play, we finally know the rules of the game. What I'd give to go back there again and walk back through a few of my younger days. That foolish kid who turned into me will be a little smarter today. So many sweet things lost, we didn't know the cost, how much they would be worth. Now many years down the road, I stagger with the load that breaks my heart into memories. What I'd give to go back there again and walk back through a few of my younger days. That foolish kid who turned into me would be a little smarter today. The file drawers of my mind, they're with me all the time. Have some things under R for regret, but there are so many more that walk me out the door in search of what I can't remember yet. We can never ever go back there again to rerun even one of our younger days. But the memories that stay with us now make us a little wiser today. It seems to be a time-honored tradition among writers of all kinds. You know, you find a movie within a movie, the play within the play, you know, the story within the story. Lots of songwriters seem to write songs about writing songs. So I've been guilty of that. So this next song has a little bit of that in it. I can roll this one, right? And also a little bit about time management challenge for me. Playing with words, thinking of rhymes. The time of your life is your life in times. Live your life, love your life, love the life of your love. Live your love, love the love of your life. You're giving your hours, you're spending your years, whether you know it or not. The present is precious, even with tears. It's happening now, it's all that you've got. Playing with words, thinking of rhymes. The time of your life is your life in times. Write it all down, give it time, and see if it sticks. Go over it all once or twice, then make a fix. You're giving your hours, you're spending your years, whether you know it or not. The present is precious, even with tears. It's happening now, it's all that you've got. Playing with words, thinking of rhymes. The time of your life, it's your life in times. It's your life in times. It's the time of your life. All right, well, this next song is actually a much better song in Southwest Florida in the winter time. But despite the rain and a little bit of heat, it's still a pretty good day today. So I'm going to do this song for you. Well, Bono sang of a beautiful day that was his, and far away I walk outside and I have to say, I wish this one was here to stay. We're stuck between the sun and space. We occupy a special place with orbit spin and tilt precise, for temperature that's really mighty nice. So many things come into play to give us all a pleasant day, 'cause we could burn or we could freeze, but days like this are meant to please, so easily blown away. Instead we breathe and smile and play. Oh, listen close, you might hear me pray. Thank you for giving to us a perfect day. All right, this next song I just, probably the newest song I've learned, now that I think about it. I had a wonderful friend, talk about many friends, a guy named Rod Lewis, a doctor, PhD in guitar performance, classical guitar performance. My best buddy when I was teaching in the college up in South Carolina. And we're about the same age, and looking forward to retirement and all that. And, like I'm jealous of you guys. But yeah, anyway, he wrote a song that I really love, and I'm going to play it for you. That's about all there is to say about it. I used to rock hop the river in my Chuck Taylor high tops to boot. I would land with precision after airborne decisions of where I should put down my foot. Now the river's grown wily and rapid, and the soles of my shoes have grown slick. It's the high road I'll follow, it's a hard pill to swallow. The old dog can't do his old tricks. But there was a time, there was a time. All of life was ahead and there wasn't a care on my mind. There was a time, there was a time. Now the past just keeps calling and I have to leave it behind. Now the young man, he can't comprehend it, how a man would resign to grow old. My arse has gone flat, my belly's grown fat, but the cuffs of my trousers are rolled. Even though so much is taken, still there is much that remains. Sand through my fingers, but the memories linger, even while the harvest moon wanes. And there was a time, there was a time. All of life was ahead and there wasn't a care on my mind. There was a time, there was a time. Now the past just keeps calling me and I have to leave it behind. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. I will tell all the stories and bask in past glories until I'm at rest neath the trees. But still there is life that needs living. There are challenges yet to be won. I will live in the now. I'll move forward somehow. There is noble work yet to be done. All right. Well, believe it or not, we're about ready to wrap things up here. I want to leave you with a song. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this family thing, right? So it's like, is this really the last song? I'm always back there in the booth running the lights, right? And the sound, it's like, is this really the last song? Are they going to do an encore? Or is this the encore? You know, I never know. Like, save my last really cool light cue for the end. But I'm telling you right up front, this is the last song. And then we're going to have an encore. Okay. So no worrying, you know. We know exactly what's going on. Now, there's a weird tuning. For all you guitar geeks. That's why I brought this guitar. It would take me about 20 minutes to make that happen, so you didn't want to wait for that. All right, so this song is another song by Pettis, and this song has come to mean a very great deal to me. You know, we all have people in our lives that we would be with if we could. You know, you can only be in one place at a time. I'm going to ask God why is that we only be in one place? But we can't only be at one place. So, you know, we've got reasons to be apart. There's distance, there's time, you know, awkward social situations maybe, or even death. So all kinds of reasons we're not with people that we love and care for. But I have hope that that'll be changed, that I'll get to see those people again someday. And I hope you have that hope too. It's a wonderful hope to have. And Pettis wrote this song about that sentiment, and I just love it, and I want to play it for you now. Start it again, Rick. If I don't get to see you, I will see you again. And if I don't get to hold you, oh, I'll hold you again. In the mystical union of a love that never ends, we will meet again. And if I never told you how much you mean to me, oh, someday I will show you, and all the world will see. In the middle of forever, in the company of friends, we will meet again. It's not a long, long time, just a twinkling of an eye. I know we will meet again. When tears are wiped away, there's a smile on every face. So I know we will meet again. No, I know. And if we're ever parted across the great divide, and we find ourselves like orphans, each one on the other side, just as I love you now, oh, I will love you then. We will meet again. It's not a long, long time, just a twinkling of an eye. I know we will meet again. When tears are wiped away, there's a smile on every face. So I know we will meet again. No, I know. All right. Thank you so much. And we will meet again. All right, so this is where, you know, you take the bows and you walk out and you come back. Oh, you want to have one more song? Okay, 1 minute. This is the one more. Here we go. Oh, I go, thank you. Oh, thank you for not leaving. You know, that's the other joke we always tell every artist that comes here. Whatever you do, don't walk off the stage before your encore, or you'll come back to the empty room. You know. It's the Shell Point way. So thank you for not walking out, and that's why I didn't leave. So, okay, I'm going to leave you with, on a sprightly note here. Any of you remember the group Bread? Okay, the few Bread fans. All right. So we've been kind of, you can run this back, Rick. kind of celebrating the guitar tonight, and I wanted to celebrate some guitar players. So what you're about to see is a bunch of guitar players that have influenced me or inspired me, and see how many you can recognize. Who draws the crowd and plays so loud, baby, it's the guitar man. Who's gonna steal the show, you know, baby, it's the guitar man. He can make you love, he can make you cry. He will bring you down, and he'll get you high. Something keeps him going, miles and miles a day, searching for the songs to play. Night after night, we treat you right, baby, it's the guitar man. Who's on the radio, you go listen to the guitar man. Then he comes to town, and you see his face, and you think you might like to take his place. Something keeps him going, miles and miles away, searching for this other place to play. Well, you listen to the music, you'd like to sing along. You want to get the meaning out of each and every song, and then you find yourself a message and some words to call your own and take them home. He can make you love, he can make you high. He will bring you down, and he'll make you cry. Something keeps him going, but no one seems to know what it is that makes him go. When the lights begin to flicker, the sound is getting dim, voice begins to falter, and those crowds are getting thin. But he never seems to notice, 'cause he's just got to find another place to play. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for coming, my Shell Point family. I hope you enjoyed this little gift to you from my heart to yours. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. All right, that was the encore, so.